Today we have the 2021 Cadillac CT5-V. Now, it's no secret that German manufacturers dominated a luxury sedan market, and you see BMWs, Mercedes and Audis everywhere. But Cadillacs? Not so much. Cadillac wants to address this issue with the CT5, and the CT5-V that you see here is targeted towards clients who like to have some fun behind the wheel. Compared to the base model, it has more powerful engine, revised suspension and more aggressive styling. Now, just to be clear, the CT5-V doesn't replace the CTS-V. No worries though, Cadillac got you covered with the upcoming 668 horsepower CT5-V Blackwing, and yes, it will be available with a manual. So, let's take a fully loaded CT5-V for a spin and see if it's a sport-oriented sedan that Cadillac needs to compete with the Germans. Alright, so let's start with the powertrain. The CT5-V is powered by a 3-liter twin-turbo V6 with 360 horsepower and 405 pound-feet of torque. I gotta say, this engine is very powerful and has a characteristic of a naturally aspirated motor, but it lacks character and refinement that you can find in BMW's B58. It's hard to describe, but if you drive both the CT5-V and an M340i back-to-back like I did, you will notice a difference in power delivery. The 10-speed conventional automatic co-developed with Ford is surprisingly quick to shift and smooth. It has a pretty good logic in automatic mode and is very responsive when using paddle shifters. Not at the level of a DCT, but pretty good for a torque-converted unit. Rear-wheel drive is standard, and for $2,600 you can upgrade to a rear-biased all-wheel drive system. The fuel economy isn't very impressive. During my week with the CT5-V, I averaged 17 miles per gallon in the city, 26 on highway and 21 combined. What's really impressive though is the chassis tuning. Based on the Alpha 2 architecture, the CT5-V features McPherson struts in the front and multi-link suspension in the back combined with Magnerite adaptive dampers. The ride is on a firmer side, but the car is very compliant over bumps, it soaks up road imperfections very well, and what's most important, quietly. At the same time, the CT5-V is well balanced in every situation and inspires a lot of confidence. The understeer only happens in tight corners, and you really have to be an idiot to get this car out of control. The steering is weighted properly, but sadly, it's not as direct as I expected and it could provide more feedback. When it comes to driver assist features, the CT5-V comes standard with automatic braking with pedestrian detection, blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic alert, front and rear parking sensors. If you opt for a driver awareness plus package, you will get adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist and automatic high beams. Cadillac's semi-autonomous driving system called Super Cruise is also available, however it was missing in my tester and I am yet to learn how it works. So with that, let's take a look inside the CT5-V. Now, the interior of the Cadillac CT5-V is a mixed bag. On one hand, the fit and finish is good, but at the same time there are some plastic elements that look like they were taken straight from a Chevy Cruze. I mean, they're alright, but I expect more from a luxury product. What this car is also missing is the technology that the bigger brother Escalade has. The infotainment system is pretty much the same thing you can find in other GM products, and even though the gauge cluster is fully digital, there is not much you can do with it. I gotta say though, the system is easy to use and you can control it in multiple ways, via a touchscreen or two controllers, one of them located in the center console and the other one right underneath the screen. The front seats with heating and cooling are on a firmer side and aren't as supportive as I would expect, despite adjustable bolsters. The backseat has a decent amount of legroom, but the headroom is compromised due to the sloping roofline. The trunk offers 11.9 cubic feet of space. It looks like Cadillac is still searching for its identity and has to find out how to gain competitive advantage. They figure it out with the Escalade, but there is nothing that differentiates the CT5-V from German rivals, and I must admit, I wouldn't get it over any of them. But I'm pretty confident that will change with the Blackwing, which I'm really looking forward to. Pricing of the CT5-V starts at $47,795 and my fully loaded model was priced at $65,445. If you wonder how I would spec out my CT5-V, click the link in the description. Thanks so much for watching and I'll catch you later.